1. And we are live again at Teddy Rocks 2025, a sold out event, lots and lots of people walking around and lots of craziness. But we've managed to pull a band across into the quiet zone, as it were, as long as the car alarms don't keep going off. So who are you and what do you do in the band?
So we're Typical Girls. I'm Hazel, I'm the bass player.
I'm Mably and I play the guitar.
I'm Lizzie, I'm the lead singer.
I'm Dilly and I try and play the drums.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, Casper's going to ask the first question. It's a nice soft one.
What's your favourite fizzy drink?
Well, I am like addicted to Dr. Pepper. I drink it almost every day. I'm just addicted to it. It's my favourite thing ever. So.
I don't drink a lot of fizzy drinks, but my favourite drink is milk.
That's not a fizzy drink.
No, I know.
Okay, I like a Diet Coke, but only in a can.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So Diet Coke if you're watching.
Yeah, please, we'd love a sponsorship. Yeah.
Or Cravendale if you want a bit of milk.
Skimmed.
Right, next question.
Top 3 favourite sweets.
Or chocolate.
I love those, yes, and like the fizzy peach rings from Lidl.
Yeah.
When I had my braces, I wasn't allowed to eat them, and when they got off, I just devoured them.
Yeah.
Or I had a massive brain liquor phase, and I would have like 3 a day for like every weekday.
Yeah.
For them.
I like chips and bananas.
Oh, that's so good.
Or the chocolate mice, the pink and white,
The jazzies as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe just we like sweets.
Yeah, we like sweets.
That's fair enough.
And chocolate.
Yeah.
We could go on for like half an hour.
Yeah, just do sweet podcast. Yeah, cool. Favourite 2 songs for you to play live currently? There can be songs that aren't currently ready to play.
Yeah. I mean, one of them has a swear, so I don't know if we're allowed to...
Go for it, it's fine.
Okay.
He's heard worse.
Yeah.
Trust me.
There's one called Piss Punk, which is covered by Vile.
I thought you were going to throw out the most violent. I
Yeah.
didn't know which one you were referencing.
No.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah, it's good. It's little stops halfway through and then teases the crowd. Yeah. Like, they think that we're going to stop and then just carry on playing.
I like Nameless Faceless. I think that's fun.
We played that twice now.
Yes.
With our first gig.
Yeah.
That was quite well.
Or Don't by Honeyglaze.
Oh, yeah. And we love Honeyglaze, yeah.
We actually met the lead singer like a few weeks ago.
Oh,
We're
cool.
like this.
Yeah.
We're the biggest fans.
Was that in Teddy Rock's world or was that just
was in the
randomly?
Bear Cave in Bournemouth.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. The little basement of... I saw In Me there and I was like, this is hot. Like, considering we're downstairs, it's just like,
It was
But yeah.
packed. I think it was sold out.
Yeah, and we were like right next to the amp as
Yeah, it
well.
was just like blasting in my ears.
Yeah. Have you got any plans to play there?
Yeah. Need to get on emailing.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? It's a full-time job in itself.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Casper, if you want to ask about the band's inception rather than the Dorset question.
Well, how long?
So how long have you
Been in a band?
Well, we started in August because we actually run our own festival and these came to it and we just basically we bonded over these. We all really love the Slits and we all kind of like bonded over that. I mean, I've known Hazel since I was like 11, but
I didn't play bass before this, and because we've been friends for so long, you were like, "We're going to do a band. Do you want to play bass?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll play bass."
yeah. So I taught Hazel guitar.
I taught myself.
Yeah.
And then I've been teaching Lizzie guitar, but really loosely.
Yeah, fair enough.
So you're taking all the credit.
Yeah, I am taking all the
Well, to be fair, we do play in your
drums
house.
since
Yeah.
I was like 10 years old, so actually, Dilly's the best. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
We're all
Like
new.
greatest.
Did you start on a big drum kit or did you start on electric and work your way up?
Well, you know, Dad's a music teacher, so he just sort of stole
Yeah.
one from the back rooms in his
Okay.
work. So
Yeah.
I've sort of been playing on that for ages, and then
This has been recorded.
and then
Allegedly.
Yeah, nice.
Hypothetically.
the bass player of his band bought a drum kit for in Dorset Festival, and I guess it's sort of stolen that really.
Yeah, fair enough.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, yeah.
One of the things with playing drums is the amount of space that you need to even like try
The
it.
thing is, we have a garage and we like play, and everyone has their space, and I'm tucked away in a little cubby hole to like, you know, test my skinniness.
At our first gig as well, we were Dilly was tucked into like a little cubby hole at the back with her drums, and all the photos we have from that gig, she was not in any of the photos because she was so just like tucked away.
Kind of the nervousness went away because
You could do whatever.
That's cool. Awesome. Yeah, are you camping here for the weekend?
Are you camping in this weekend?
No, not. I'd like to, but
great vibes.
Yeah,
Definitely. To be fair, this morning we got a message from our dad saying that we were, but we're not actually sure.
I don't have a tent.
I don't have a tent either, but apparently we might be. Who knows?
You'll just find me in the middle of the field.
Literally,
Just take it as it comes. Yeah, cool. That's the beauty of bank holidays is just worry about it on.
It's such a lovely festival.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, good stuff. Is this the first time you've been to Teddy Rocks before, as a spectator or as another musician? Or
I went in 2023, just as a spectator.
Yeah.
I went to see Panic Shack, which was a really cool punk band from Cardiff, and they were lovely.
And that's Mannequin Man.
Yeah, so
that's
Mannequin Man as well.
So we're playing
that's why
it.
I said when we were on stage, it's like it was such a full circle moment for me to like see them, and that was kind of like where like my love of like performing and it's great.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's good. Like playing music, you find that like the map is not the territory, and you might know someone that might be able to put you on at their new venue, and it's this networking thing that I don't think you kind of get taught in school really, where it can help you get a job, it can help you like, you know.
Definitely credit like a lot of our gig organisations.
Yeah. There's always one person in the band, no matter how big the band is, that's a little bit more on the emails, on the band practice scheduling, trying to get everyone in the same room sometimes. It's like, oh my god.
Well, I work freelance for like a marketing company, so that's kind of my job. So
Yeah.
I'm like very good at like emailing and calling.
So we also, I live around the corner to both them, and Lissy lives all the way in like Poole, so she has to drive all the way over, whereas I can just walk, and get out of my bed in my pajamas and just walk over to band practice.
So, bit about my experience before I got into technology. I was doing washing up for a cafe, and I refused to wash up when I got home because I was like, that's my job. I'm not washing up when I get home. Mum, I'm sorry, I'll pay you more rent, but this is my hotel right now. But yeah, obviously you seem to enjoy marketing and you enjoy it.
Really fun.
I think she knows if she doesn't do it, none of us will.
That's true.
We're the most unorganized.
Do you like to do it or do you have to do it? At some point the two just kind of merge.
Fair enough. Any questions you want to ask us two at all? Anything you want?
Do you go to Teddy Rocks every year?
So I've volunteered here since 2016. Casper's come with me a couple of times. We haven't actually camped here yet, but we've recently. Well, Casper's helping me with the live stuff because the podcast is usually on Zoom, one laptop to another. So we've kind of tried to mobilise it a little bit and get out and touch a bit of grass, and so it's been going quite well.
It's a nice day to do it as well. It's lovely.
This weather this week's been like it's been unbelievable. It's almost too good to be true.
In college, we're doing. We're like production students, so we do like stage management and stuff like that. And we've been stuck in a theatre all week, and it's been awful. I was so tired yesterday at band practice. I was sat on the floor, cross-legged, playing my bass, like I want to go home.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Right, last question.
Right. For £10 million for the rest of your life, would you get? For £10 million, you get jump scared every day of your life for the rest of your life. Would you take it?
100%, yes.
Yeah.
I get scared about everything. Like any little thing can terrify me.
I get scared when I look at
Rude. That is rude. That's rude.
That is just my life.
No,
I'll get paid for it.
100%.
So 100%,
So the trick is to just be anxious all the time.
And then it doesn't.
And then this isn't even a
What did we
question.
have to do for 17 years?
And you'd get used to it after a while.
Yeah, I said to Punk Rock Factory, like, what if it gets to like 11:45 p.m. and it hasn't happened yet? That next 15 minutes is just going to be pure anxiety. But they say that they're always pranking each other anyway, so
If you just went to bed, they can wake you up.
But then they wake you up, and that's awful. That's like sleep paralysis. That'd be awful. I still do it. It's
10 mils. I'd do anything.
Not that we're not going to make that. We're gonna.
fantastic. Well, it's been lovely speaking to you. Cool. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're here today at Teddy Rocks. We are with Punk Rock Factory. So introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Ryan, aka Stead. I play lead guitar in PRF.
I'm Peach, I sing and play guitar.
I'm Ben, I play bass and try to sing some backup vocals.
That's what you do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good man.
Bit playing bass, aren't you?
Good shift.
A bit more here though.
Love that. Okay, so you're going to ask the first question.
Right, what is your favourite fizzy drink?
Can be alcoholic as well.
Jack and Coke.
Which type of Coke though?
No, I don't drink fizzy drinks very often, but it's got to be a full fat Coke from McDonald's.
Say I'm full. If I'm having a fizzy drink, it's full fat Coke.
Yeah.
Time.
For me, I'm a bit of an energy drink fiend, so any sugar-free Monster is.
Yeah, the white one.
Yeah.
He's got one here already. Is that your first one?
No.
No.
Obviously not.
Just for the record, it's 12:41 p.m. currently in the UK.
He's already done a box
Okay.
of 4.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Do you feel like normal Coke's becoming extinct and harder to find nowadays?
It's a lot more expensive.
Yeah,
Put it
sugar
that way.
tax.
You can buy like a box of Diet Coke for a lot
Yeah.
less than you can buy a box
Yeah, I
of
think
Coke.
like Zero and stuff is being pushed harder
Yeah.
Yeah.
than the normal one.
Yeah. No. Fair enough. Okay, next question for you.
Top 3 sweets.
Top 3 sweets of all time.
Okay, right. I
Does that
mean,
include chocolate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
chocolate's fine, yeah.
top 3. What, each or between us?
Each.
Right, okay.
Yeah, that might cause arguments if you want to democratise the...
I gotta go with a cola bottle.
Fizzy or normal?
Let's go normal and fizzy.
So that's 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll go for a straub.
Okay.
No, a Frutella.
Okay.
Oh,
They're good.
good choice.
I forgot how good they are.
I'm a big fan of Colin the Caterpillars.
Yeah.
Very good.
And the fizzy ones.
Yeah.
I do. Absolutely banging. I do like the chocolate as well.
What about wine gum? Do you like wine gum?
Oh, but they got to be Maynards.
Oh yeah, red black.
Yeah.
Oh, the black and white Maynards.
Yeah, no
wine
cheap
gums.
imitations here.
That's the one.
Absolutely.
Real deal.
I think top for me, Kinder Bueno.
Okay.
Top of the tree.
Normal or white?
Both.
Yeah,
Both.
not fussy.
Not fussy. Also, I like a fried egg.
Nice.
Talking about sweets, bro.
Sweets, fried eggs, and Frutella are banging.
Frutella bang, yeah.
they're
I
good.
tell you what is banging. Those Regal things.
Oh yeah, in Germany.
So there's these chocolate bars in Germany called
The Hanuta Regal.
Hanuta Regals.
Okay.
And they're made by Ferrero.
Okay.
And they're basically a Ferrero Rocher in a bar form.
Alright.
Oh,
So
God,
good.
they are
Never had a Ferrero Rocher.
No
Really?
way.
Really?
Never.
I didn't know that.
Come on.
Come on, sort it
Yeah,
out.
I need to step it up.
No, I love
And
that.
You usually have them at Christmas, don't you? Like
Ferrero Rocher's amazing.
fancy
These
Yeah,
chocolate
it's like in a
bars
bar
are
form.
incredible.
Okay, we'll have to
They're
investigate
only,
that,
they're
won't
only in
we?
Germany though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, need to renew your passport then, mate. Cool, fantastic. Okay, current favourite couple of songs for you guys to play live. You can pick 2 each if you want.
Okay.
I know it's like trying to pick children.
Nah. I'm gonna say Boom, even though we've never played it live, but we are today.
Okay.
Boom, shake the room, yeah.
Alright.
Inside info, and the other one for me would be, A Friend Like Me.
Bro,
Yeah,
Zach,
friend like me for me, and always How Far I'll Go for me as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
boom, shake the, I'm the same as you. Boom,
Yeah.
shake the room, friend like me. They're my 2 favourites to play at the minute.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Friend like me. Got a
Fantastic.
clean sweep then,
Ah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, this one's a good one.
Do you think we speak funny in Dorset?
You think anybody speaks funny
Yeah.
anywhere outside of Wales?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Not
You didn't
Yeah.
catch me as much as if you were a Brummy
Yeah.
or a Scouse, like.
Yeah.
No, fair
Yeah.
enough. I had Sean Smith on the podcast a couple of
Oh,
years
yeah,
back.
yeah.
What a legend! But yeah, I did have to sort of bring up live captions a couple of times because he rants hard.
yeah.
Oh,
and
he does.
He
Yeah.
just goes, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
you're
his
playing
brother.
catch up constantly.
Yeah,
All
his
right,
brother's
His
driver.
brother
Okay.
was driving us today.
fantastic.
He's just exactly the same.
He's always working. Sometimes I message him on Instagram, like, remember to take a day off, because he's just constantly just.
Yeah.
Always like looking out, sapping in, obviously Raiders and the blackout.
Just
But yeah.
he just gets to talk shit, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
All his jobs involve talking.
Yeah, he loves it, doesn't he? Yeah, yeah. Fantastic. Okay, next one for you. Oh no, how long have you been in a band? How long have you been in Punk Rock Factory in total?
So we started at the end of 2014, was
Yeah,
it?
the long
The
time.
very end of 2014.
I joined in 2016.
Yeah. So a long time.
Yeah, a decade.
A long
Yeah.
time. Yeah, it's 10 years now. Yeah.
I mean, the band wasn't doing anything successful, and then I joined, and you know, we're
And then we
Two
did
years later.
even less. For about 2 years.
yeah, true.
And then
2020,
it kicked.
COVID.
Yeah, COVID 2020.
Yeah.
The lockdowns. That's when everything kicked off for us.
Okay.
That's when everything really started.
Yeah.
Interesting. Fair enough. Yep. Over to you.
Are you camping this week? And
You're actually staying in our bedroom.
So yesterday, me and Stead drove down because we wanted to come down for the day and have some drinks and hang out. And Stead brought an airbed with him, and we slept on the floor just in the corner over there.
You can see my duvet, like all the pink
The little
bows and
pink
stuff.
hearts and now and then.
But we're not staying tonight. No, we gotta go.
We're not
back.
tonight. No.
Okay, fair enough.
No.
Yeah. All good. Is this your first Teddy Rocks experience, or have you been here previously?
Our third time playing.
Okay.
First time headlining.
Yeah, so we didn't do last year because we were in America, but the year before that we played sort of middle of the day, didn't we?
Yeah.
Then we played the year before as well, didn't we? We played like an early set that year. So we did 22, 23.
Yeah.
We didn't do 24 and now headlining 25. Yeah.
We moved up the ranks.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. It's good to see the festival evolve at the same time as well, isn't it?
so
Because it
glad,
just
man.
gets
It's-
crazier and
You
crazier.
told
It's
me
ins-
Tom this morning, wasn't it? It's like
It's
yeah.
inspiring, man.
Yeah.
It's so.
It is
so
crazy how scaled it's become, considering it started in a pub.
From
Yeah.
a room to a
You know.
Sorry, so
Yeah.
it's like,
Our sound guys that just
Yeah.
pissing about.
yeah.
That's all good.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Okay, any questions that you want to ask us as podcasters? Anything you want?
How's the podcast going?
It's going great.
Yeah?
It's going really well. I've kind of slowed the production down on it a little
Yeah.
bit because doing it every week, because I've got a 9 to 5 as well.
yeah.
I'm sure you can appreciate that. You know, this isn't necessarily my entire life,
Yeah.
but I've kind of brought Casper on to help me with the live stuff.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, killer.
And yeah, it's going really well. I'm trying to sort of broaden my horizons a bit and get some YouTubers on.
Ah,
and,
yeah.
Like local businesses and fitness enthusiasts.
Nice.
So yeah, but yeah, it's going really well. Thanks.
Here's a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh. What's the weirdest question you've been asked when you've asked, have you got any questions?
probably that.
I think
That's a nice response, bro.
That was excellent.
I think someone asked me what I had for dinner. Like, no, what I have got for dinner the next day or something, which really threw me for a loop.
What's
But I
for
think,
lunch tomorrow?
what have we got for dinner tomorrow?
Don't know.
Big beans, isn't it?
Whatever Teddy Rocks can offer us,
Oh,
I
nice.
suppose. Yeah.
Nice.
So we're here tomorrow as well, interviewing, aren't we?
Class.
But yeah, we do love a chicken burger.
Oh yeah.
That's usually our go-to, isn't
Hot
it?
sauce or no hot sauce?
Casper is a
Gotta be.
fiend for
Oh,
hot
yeah?
sauce.
Yeah, bro.
Sick.
And Kona
Yeah.
hot pepper sauce is the one.
Yeah.
Hell
So
yeah.
I took on a sponsor a couple of years ago for the podcast called Grim Reaper.
Oh yeah.
And they sent us some hot sauce, didn't they? And you just started downing the bottle
I
with
did.
absolutely no.
I finished it.
I was like, "Do you want some milk?" And he's like, "Why would I want milk?" I'm like, "Because you're mental." So yeah, all good. Right, last question. This one's a bit unhinged.
Okay.
Okay.
Right now you've got £10 million, but every day for the rest of your life you will get jump scared. Would you take that?
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Yep.
Worth it.
Yeah.
With a jump scare, you get scared, then you laugh afterwards.
Yeah.
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 It's fun, it's laughing. It's fine.
And we do that to each other all the time
I
anyway.
Yeah.
literally did that to you about 20 minutes ago.
So what if it gets to like 11:45 p.m. and you're aware that there's no jump scare? So you know.
what's gonna happen though.
Yeah, I suppose.
And
Yeah.
you're sitting in your mansion
I
going,
have a lot
"Oh,
of
you're
money. I
scared."
don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah,
There's in a bath of money.
Let's buy a panic room and...
After second,
I've got 10 million quid, but I'm not going outside.
Right, head man.
Yeah.
You can jump scare me if that red dot goes on you.
Someone said to me,
Fantastic.
"Here's £10 million, we're going to punch you in the nose once a day, every day for the rest of your life." I'm like, "Fucking punch away, boys."
10 million.
There we go. You heard it here first. All right, cool. Well, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for taking the
thank
time
you.
to speak to us.
No worries.
And yeah, all good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. And we are back again with another guest, Teddy Rocks 2025, a fully packed event, completely sold out. And yeah, how's it going? Introduce yourself.
Yeah, so my name's Kat. I'm the volunteer that heads up all the press for the festival. So obviously we've been chatting for a couple of weeks, working out our plans for today and the weekend. And yeah, first time we've ever sold out, so we've got 15,000 people over the weekend.
Wow.
Just
Just a few, yeah.
Just a few close friends
Just a
enjoying some
couple,
live music.
yeah.
You know.
It's interesting to see how it's scaled up
Yes.
throughout the years. It's gotten like gradually like 5% better every single
Exactly.
time.
Like 2011, first gig in a pub, like 50 people, to now we've got 15,000 people over the weekend. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy. Right, Casper's going to ask the first question.
Go for it.
What's your favourite fizzy drink?
My favourite fizzy drink, hands down, 100%, no competition, cherry Pepsi Max.
Yeah.
To the point where I even bought a soda stream so I can make it myself at home.
I know exactly.
Yeah. You're a fellow Pepsi friend, I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, what have you got? You had earlier the cream soda.
Oh, I haven't tried that one yet.
Yeah, there's a strawberry one as well, I think.
Wow.
But yeah,
Strawberry and cream.
they've got enough money that they can experiment with all these crazy
Exactly,
flavours
yeah.
and
But
see what happens.
cherry is god tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, next question.
What's your top 3 favourite sweets?
Or chocolate.
Or chocolate?
That is a tough question. That is probably the hardest question I've ever been asked in my life. But probably strawberry laces, in no particular order. This is literally as I remember.
Yeah.
Munchies.
Yeah.
Love a munchie.
Yeah.
And on the terms of like, you know, when you get the tins of them, I always go eclair because no one else eats the eclairs. So that means I get those of them. Yeah.
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 It's like the best thing when there's a whole era done.
Exactly. Just the ones you want left.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, so we've got a lot of artist-related questions here, but we'll ask PR-related ones.
Yeah.
When did you start getting involved in Teddy Rocks?
So this is the kind of first official year that I've been helping with the press, and so what we've been doing this year is just lots of outreach and stuff like that, but I've been attending for the last few years, kind of friends with Tom, which is great fun.
Yeah, fair enough. How do you keep level-headed when everyone is constantly after you? And considering this is like a voluntary thing, how do you keep yourself as little stressed as possible?
I think it's just the main thing is keeping in mind, like, it's all for a great cause. Like, no matter what, something positive is going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fantastic. And, you know, everyone's going to have a great time. So just relax, you know?
Yeah.
It's fine. I do it as a day job as well, so I'm used to it.
Yeah. One thing at a time. No point in flapping. What have you got next? Camping.
Are you camping this weekend?
I am not, no. I haven't camped at a festival since I was about 24. At that point, I decided I was too old for it. But that was a lovely festival in Belgium. Highly recommend the European festivals.
That's cool.
Yeah, but, you know, it's just not my vibe.
Fair enough. Any questions you've got for us at all?
What is your favourite band that you've either seen so far this weekend or want to see this weekend?
Let you go first.
Either Nirvana or Rossco and Co.
Brilliant.
Rossco and Co, yeah.
Ben?
I am a massive In Me fan. I adore them, as you can see.
Yeah.
I really like Seething Akira.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't bumped into them yet. And I watched Rage Against the Machine. Is it Know Your Enemy?
Yes.
Watched them at the side of the stage at Casper just now.
They
and
were excellent.
They're just
So
considering the actual Rage Against the Machine aren't touring at the moment.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing you can get. And they didn't miss a beat. They didn't miss a note. They were just absolutely on it.
It was like it was the real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were great.
And lots of head banging and lots of craziness, and I had to sort of self-regulate a little bit back on the side of the stage because obviously people are moving drum kits and stuff. So time and place, Ben. Last question.
Alright. For £10 million every day for the rest of your life, you get jump scares. Would you take that?
100%. 100%.
No one said no yet.
No
Yeah,
one.
I mean, it's worth it for 10 million, but I'd like to think that I'm not that jumpy.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I'm just my zen self and things don't make me jump. So I think it's an easy 10 million for me, actually, in my modest way.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Okay, that's pretty much all we've got. Keep hydrated.
Exactly, yeah. I just redone my sun cream.
Yeah.
Ready to keep on
I think we need to address that tomorrow. So, but for today, we're just going to keep it as it comes.
Excellent.
And thank you for taking the time out of
worries.
your
Well, thanks for coming
incredibly
along.
busy schedule. And thanks.
No worries. Thank
Alright.
you so much.
Cheers, Kat.
No
Okay, we are with Weymouth legends, Peter and Ross, at Teddy Rocks 25. Sold out. How you feeling?
Yeah, so Rossco and Co are returning to the VIP stage for another year. It's really cool actually this year how much the VIP stage has developed since last year. Like literally
Grown and grown, like it looks fantastic walking in today, and like how it's all opened up and there's loads of people, sunshine, and it looks fantastic.
exactly, they definitely weren't short on VIP upgrades this year. It seems like everyone's getting more for their money this year as well. There's a food van in there, there's so many more like accessible toilets there, and there's the bar and they've actually got a stage that's level, so our drummer isn't playing uphill. It's like the amount it's grown in just a year, just by adding this extra element to Teddy Rocks. I think it's been really cool, and it's been really awesome for Rossco and Co to be a part of it.
Yeah. Fantastic. What time are you guys on?
So we're actually on at 11 o'clock on Sunday.
Okay.
We're just after the main stage kicks out. We're going to be sort of helping close the festival, as it were.
Okay.
Last staff, last bands and artists, and last dance for the VIP upgrades to just see off the festival and celebrate what it has been this year, and a sold out festival again.
I will let Casper talk in a second because he's got some questions for you.
Sweet.
But can you please try and record the set? Because 11 PM for Casper on a Sunday night isn't very kid friendly.
Bank holiday Monday tomorrow.
Yeah?
You hear it.
I'm up for it if you're up for it.
Time of
I'm
bank
up for it, I just
holiday.
have to tell my mum because I said it was
Yeah,
8.
you have to tell your mum, yeah. Okay.
I would love to see you.
Have a burrito and a nap halfway through the day, and just
So, just quickly, I'm going to interview Casper.
Yeah.
How did you find out about Silly Band?
Silly band.
Yeah.
I remember my mum and Andrew were talking, and they said they mentioned Silly Band, and I was like, oh, I will listen to them. I listened to your 2010 Heart Pills demo. And I was like,
Oh my
this is
gosh.
I said it's actually all right. So then I went on Spotify, found you, and now you're probably going to be on my Spotify rap this year.
Oh my god. That's brilliant.
So, one of your 7 monthly listeners of the old incarnation of Silly
It
Band.
was 7, and now because I listen to it, it's 21 now.
Are you the influencer behind Silly Band's meteoric rise?
Yeah.
There we go.
So we do actually. I do have about 500 Silly Band CDs still in my basement. So if you,
Do you have any Silly Band shirts?
I reckon I do somewhere. You can have one, man. If I can find anything that's even Silly Band related, you can definitely have it because
Cool.
But it's amazing that it's like it's a part of my history as an artist. It was a great little comedy band that started off as a little punky sort of thing where we just shouted down a microphone and screamed random blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then we ended up developing it into almost like a comedy act,
Yeah.
and started using our little stage props and throwing pinatas and
So
space operas out there.
because it's now on the internet, even if it's just on Spotify, there's a unremovable footprint
Yeah, that's
of
it.
complete chaos.
Yeah, exactly. Just like you can listen to Guns N' Roses, you can also listen to Silly Band.
Can't listen to Desert Rose though.
Oh, I definitely don't know what I did with my last order CD, but I actually really miss it. There was some really funky jives in there.
It's a shame that it sounded like shit.
That's the spirit.
But just production wise. Right, Casper's going to ask the first question because we're already 4 minutes in.
Hell yeah, we
So,
are.
What's your favourite fizzy drink?
favourite fizzy drink?
Well, I often have Diet Coke with my rum because I have to make up for all the rum I'm drinking.
What about
Personally,
you?
for me, I like that new Rio drink, that nice fruit thirst quenching. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh, that's actually a really good one, and I'm pretty sure that's what they're making the rum punches with in the bars in the VIP tents.
Yeah.
So gonna try one of those.
Next question.
Top 3 favourite sweets and chocolate.
Oh my
Sweets
god,
or chocolate?
this is actually a passion. Every time I walk into Booker's, it's amazing. I just can't help myself. But strawberry laces, no, not laces, but the pencils with the white middles and those things. I could just devour those. I've had a resurgence for the green the turtles. I always used to think they were frogs, but the green. But I went to Booker's and I was like, oh look, green turtles, and I was like, okay, fine. But they were amazing. And oh god, number 3, what is that on the sweet wagon? It's always sweets really, but we'll go for a chocolate. My favourite chocolate is Tony's Chocolonely, not just because my dad was called Tony, but it's actually pretty awesome.
I think the turtle thing might be like the Mandela effect, where it's like never actually been a frog. It's
I know, it's always been in my mind.
Yeah. What about you? Favourite sweets or chocolate?
Well, you have to go for Rebels for one of them. It's Marmite for a lot of people, but it's always good. I like Rebels.
I liked the variations.
And I mean, let's go with 2 from Haribo because they've not been mentioned: Star Mix and Tangtastics. They're always good to go for.
Tangtastics.
Always very nice.
Tangfastics, I think.
Something like that,
Okay. Out of all the gigs that you've played, or you've got stuff on the back burner and it's recorded, ready to go, but you haven't actually played it yet, favourite 2 songs for you to play live?
Oh, so this is really hard actually because I'm quite impartial for a lot of the repertoire. I love playing Pub Crawl because it's so anthemy, so everyone joins in really easily. Big chorus song. You know, Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue. You know, tried and tested, and it's always a song that I take the opportunity when during the guitar solo to actually talk to the crowd. I always like to go into the crowd. Always did with Silly Band. You know, I like to interact with them that's why I always liked the smaller intimate gigs where you're just there with them. Hello, we're playing a gig with you, not for you, and it's always good fun. So yeah, Pub Crawl's definitely up there, and I don't know about
For me, it's Welcome Home. I always enjoy Welcome Home. That's always a good, fun song to play.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just
a good song to dance to. It's got a nice scary rhythm to it. Just
fantastic. Yeah,
always good.
Yeah, it's a winner, and I love the lyrical content for Welcome Home. It's my favourite for lyrics. Like human beings exist sometimes. One of my favourites in that line. But yeah, oof.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Good fun. Good job, you.
We were going to ask if you think we speak funny in Dorset, but as you are both from Dorset, we will skip that one.
No, you won't, because my grandfather is very fluent in Dorset, and I can't understand a thing he says. I am literally Dorset born and bred. I grew up here and everything, and every time he talks to me, it's like, I'm like, yeah.
It always reminds me of that
just nod my head and
that scene in Hot Fuzz, where you've got 3 different people translating the conversation, and it's needed.
What's the name of the guy? Is it Gerald from Clarkson's Farm as well? It just goes off, and Jeremy's just like,
nodding along.
See you later. Okay, how long has Rossco and Co been a band?
Oh, this is quite good actually, because next year for the Bay Theatre would actually be our 5th year, so I'm pushing for. So we've basically been a band for just over 4 years at the moment. Our album's been out for just over 1 year, but effectively Rossco and Co was my final major project for my HND at Weymouth College. Went back after COVID to do that, and that was kind of like my final thing, and James Channing was kind of a big part of shaping that for as far as my course was concerned, and then Ryan obviously for a lot of the written works. And so it's just by the 5th year we're hoping to do something nice and big and special and try and get as many local bands involved for the Bay Theatre next year. So that's what we're pushing for. So now I've got it said out loud on some sort of tangible form. It's got to happen.
Got to keep yourself accountable, haven't you? Yeah. Cool. Okay, Casper's got a question.
Are you camping here this weekend?
Yeah, we're here all weekend. We're staying just over in the regular people camping.
The regular people camping.
Nothing special for us. We're nice and close to the customers, so see us about.
So it's really cool. Yeah, so we're camping with the
Gen Pop.
The Gen Pop, and we're just with a load of cool people. There's so many friends from home, from Weymouth, and just working here, let alone camping with everyone. And it's so close in at Teddy Rocks. That's what I love about it.
It's crazy.
You can do the whole thing in 15 minutes.
When Feeder played here, I was just like, "What are you on about?" feeder know what Blandford is. Like, In Me, obviously, you know, repping In Me today. They've played here several times now, and they usually play Southampton as their closest venue. So it's just a really accessible, kid-friendly, crazy place to be.
Very inclusive, and just for the cause that it works for, it's just a fantastic.
It's done so well over the years to see it keep thriving. And
to keep like 1% every year, it just gets better and better.
Exactly.
Gains, good. When was your first Teddy Rocks? Can you remember coming here for the first time?
Holy.
Mine was only last year with the band. I hadn't been up here before. I'd heard about it. I used to work festivals, so I was off away working quite a lot. So my first year, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was great.
Yeah. Technically, my first year at Teddy Rocks was the very first one. I turned up with a friend who was driving, and we brought with us 100 McDonald's cheeseburgers.
Casper just looks like that's the most Ross thing ever said in human history.
Yeah, it was quite a time actually. It was so random. We were picking someone up from Teddy Rocks. It was someone we were picking a couple of people up. It was a really it ended up being quite like stormy on the way home, I think. But we turned up 100 McDonald's cheeseburgers after trying to piss off McDonald's.
So me and Casper are currently watching a YouTube channel called TGF, aren't we? And they're quite an old group now. They haven't uploaded in a while, but last night we watched them, order 50 Big Mac meals in one hit. And the people at McDonald's just start sighing, like on the takeout, like the takeaway, the drive-through. But they were trying to get the Monopoly prize. So there was a method to their madness. They weren't just being mental for the sake of it.
Well, if they're going to offer a prize like that, then they're going to expect big orders of everything you have that has a sticker on it.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, last question from me, and then Casper's got one to finish. Any questions for us? Anything you want to ask us at all?
As a Rossco enthusiast, what would you actually like to see from the future of Rossco and Co? Or what themes might you like covered?
Themes. It'd be cool if you did like a haunted house like album, or
some sort of adventure.
Yeah, maybe like, you know, Rick Wakeman's Journey to the Centre of the Earth. Like that, but Rossco.
Sure.
Okay.
That'd be an interesting concept album for sure.
But yeah, what's really awesome with the music videos that we've done so far is that actually one of my favourites that we've done is Projectile Dysfunction, and maybe actually another one that I really enjoy playing live at the top there, because you just get to really hammer it out. And but the music video for Projectile Dysfunction, we kind of did the first person shooter zombie style, and I think we actually did kind of came into our own with trying to make that as well. I think it was a big, one of our best pieces of work.
We naturally fell into roles of like editors and directors and such, and it all just came together very fluidly. So that was good fun.
And so I reckon for that kind of theme, that's definitely doable, and I'm definitely in for it.
Well, there's enough forests and haunted houses around Weymouth, old pubs.
Well,
and
we've been to abandoned places in Holton Heath.
Yeah, which we ended up just on the roof.
Playing manhunt with some strangers, a guy dressed as a bush.
That was crazy. Yeah.
He just popped out of nowhere, and we were like, what? And he was like, oh, it's alright, we're playing manhunt. And we were like, oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I don't think that would have happened nowadays. But good stuff.
We loved it.
We did. We've done some weird stuff together.
Yeah.
That sounded mental. Right, Casper's got one last question for you, for both of you, and you can have different answers, obviously.
Right. So right now, you got £10 million, but every day of your life you would get jump scared. Would you take that?
Yeah, I watch a lot of Markiplier, so I get jump scared for fun.
It would have to be an involuntary jump scare, though.
Oh, well,
you wouldn't be able to jump scare yourself out of.
Well, that's fine, because I get enough anyway living at the Cove. It's just the place is rickety as hell. I like every other night. It's like what was that? And it was just like, oh, it's just a fucking wind.
I mean, I'd go for it as well. We'd probably look into some like good heart medication just in case. But other than that,
gone full circle back to Harp Hills.
Oh my god!
Hey. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time.
You're very welcome.
And this has been fun. So thank you for coming on.
Not a problem.
And stay hydrated, keep it real, and keep it bedlam.
Come and see Rossco and Co.
Bye. Okay, and we're back with the legendary Seething Akira.
That's pretty
coming off of
legendary.
the set.
Legendary is questionable, but I'll take it for that.
But thank
I will
you.
take
Well,
it.
yeah, appreciate
I
it.
spoke to you a while back, Kit, in Zoom World.
Yeah.
And here we are now. Finally got to actually see you live.
It's no longer just on a screen. It's like there's human beings behind this, you know.
And we've got Charlie.
Ish. Kind of human beings, yeah.
So yeah, I think we were meant to do another one at some point, but life and
classic life
podcast just taking over my entire existence, and obviously you've got your priorities, and but here we are now. So
Here we are.
All is well. So how do you think your set went?
I think it was fun.
I enjoyed it.
To be honest, like as long as it's fun, I call that successful.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we have a good time every set. Like, we just... Don't we? It's hard to actually see out the front sometimes. Like,
It sounds so pretentious. Sometimes you have so much fun in your own environment.
That's true.
You
Yeah.
Not neglect's the wrong word, but you kind of almost forget about what's happening out of house because
It's a
you're having
bonus.
so much fun.
The crowd's a bonus.
Saying that though, when you do look out and you see people enjoying themselves, it feels amazing. It's easy to get into it. Yeah, when people are
I can
enjoying.
only take that as a positive.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so Casper's got a couple of questions for you.
Come then, Casper. Let's see what you got.
Right, what is your favourite fizzy drink?
Favourite fizzy drink?
Oh.
Do you know what? And this is contradictory because my partner hates this drink. Well, not hates it, but does not like it.
Why is that contradictory?
I'm a huge fan of vanilla Coke.
Okay.
And you saw the stink face immediately.
Do you know what? I actually love that as well.
Yeah.
I would probably have to say bulk standard Coke Zero.
Yeah.
Because it goes with vodka really well.
I was trying to take alcohol completely out because otherwise we'd be like, stronger or like this or that, or I'm on inch at the moment. But if we're talking non-alcoholic
It's
fizzy
nice
drinks,
with vodka.
to me it's vanilla Coke.
Yeah.
I want Coke Zero vanilla, but if they've only got the full fat stuff, which is not even fat, it's all sugar. But that's a whole conversation for another time.
Yeah.
So is that going on your rider then? When you get the option?
Yeah.
Every now and again.
Both agree.
When we're lucky enough.
That and a bottle of Strongbow League.
Do you know what? Vanilla Coke and vodka might be really good.
I think it's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I look forward to hearing about that in the future. Okay, another question from you.
Right, top 3 favourite sweets or chocolate?
Sweets or chocolate? I mean, I know you're looking at me. Sweets. We share a lot of blue.
Okay, that's
sweets.
not me, by the way. That's Kid's daughter.
So my little one sat on Uncle Charlie's lap. We share a lot of blue sweets, and I don't even know what they're called, but they're like a corner shop special blue raspberry fizzy thing.
Yeah.
They're incredible. They're so full of these numbers. They're the ones.
Jelly.
They are the ones. Jelly stars.
Thank you, Evie.
So
is that 3 or 2 or 1?
So that's literally 1. So it's a blue raspberry jelly stars.
Okay.
They're so full of these numbers. They just get you hyped up, and we're just like we're ready to fight the world.
Yeah. Okay.
And on the subject of stars, magic stars are incredible.
Milky
They
Way.
are absolutely underrated. And keeping in the Milky Bar theme, number 3, the crispy rolls.
Crispy rolls, yeah.
So Milky Bar crispy rolls, Milky Way magic stars, and the random blue raspberry jelly sweets that we get from the corner shop.
Sorry, what?
Do they still have
Crispy
Milky?
rolls,
Yeah.
they seem to like pop up.
They've
now and
just
then, don't
come
they?
back. They're back in Iceland, out of nowhere.
Iceland, okay.
I'm going to stock up the next time I get a chance.
Yeah, Iceland, if you're listening.
Big up Iceland. We want the endorsement.
That would be ridiculous.
Is ice cream part of sweets or not? Because it's proper sweet though.
It's the most thought I've put into
You could
this.
put a chocolate on an ice cream, so yeah, I would say that.
So number 3 is Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
We've had this before, haven't we?
I love it. I do love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
I think. Have you guys heard of Milka?
Yeah.
Milka's legendary.
Yeah.
That is it's just chocolate, but
good.
my god, it's so good.
It's quite underrated.
That was in France.
I think it's underrated.
Yeah.
And
It
like
seems like a France, like you go on holiday, you
I
get
was like 12,
random
and
sweets
I remember
on
like
the way home.
going into like a French supermarket and seeing milk on the shelf. I was like,
Milk is not
this?
French. Milk is like.
No, but
I think it is Swiss.
But I think my thing was I was in France, and that's the first time I'd even acknowledged that Milka was a thing.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. All good.
Yeah.
Is that answer 3?
I don't know what number 1 is.
All 3 are Milka.
No. I said Ferrero Rocher.
I'm joking.
Yeah, good. Ferrero Rocher, Milka. I'm not a big fan of sweets. Do you know what? A bulk standard, really, really sour cola bottle, is oh my god! Like when you eat it and you're like, I love that. So maybe classic cola bottle.
I was going to say we're quite a savoury band. If you open a pack of crisps in a van, they are.
We're a savoury band. Quote of the day.
So, Vocal Zone backstage, they're giving out crisps.
Right.
I had to interrogate that and find out. Yeah, they do cans of Mountain Dew as well, which I didn't realise.
Behave.
Everything back there that's stacked up.
I am gaming.
It's fair game. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Gaming fuel, exactly. Right, you're in a band, so let's talk about some music. Okay.
Do we have to?
Favourite 2 songs to play live?
I enjoy Metaphors because of the crowd participation. That is a real big thing.
Yeah.
Decade Remains of Today, which we played a couple of times.
Not very often, mate.
But I think because we don't play it often, when it does come up, it's a lovely little surprise.
Yeah.
They're my 2.
So weirdly enough, I'd say Metaphors as well. I love Metaphors. It's really fun. Again, it's that crowd interaction, right?
Yeah.
When you see other people enjoying it, it makes a big difference. But there's a track that we played today called Times Change. I just love it as a song. It's very metal. It's a little bit techy.
Starts straight in your face.
I'm a big fan of that. Yeah.
Do you guys play Lost at Sea live?
We have done. To be honest, I think it's one more suited for our headline shows where people kind of want to come specifically to see.
Like they want the journey through the set.
It's really not a festival song because
fair enough.
You're here to capture people in
it's like the
30,
best,
45, 60 minutes you've got. Where if we had an AC/DC headline space, then we would definitely dip. I adore the song.
Although we're headlining tomorrow for an hour and we're not playing it.
Yeah. So
fair enough.
But I agree with you. Yeah. Everything you said is true. It's good to play.
There's certainly a time and place for it, and it's one of my favourite songs. I think Simon's solo in that song.
Yeah.
Why do you ask that question?
Because we spoke about it on the episode we did, didn't we? Because I said a lot of your songs remind me of the sea and nauticalness.
Yeah.
And me being from Weymouth and you guys being near
That was a deep question, wasn't it? Around because you live by the sea, do you think your lyrics are focused around?
Through osmosis, do you write about things that are familiar to you and nearby, sort of thing, Okay, so how long has Seething Akira existed for?
Existed and what you hear now, I think, are 2 completely different parties. So I joined Charlie under the name of Seething Akira in June 2009, but we as a band have changed so much over the years that it's kind of, I would personally, correct me if I'm wrong, I would personally say 2014-ish.
Well, I would say the band existed before you joined, Kit, so it's actually older than before you joined.
I did join as a vocalist, but it was still 2009.
2008.
Wow, you're old.
Wow.
But the question is, how long has it existed?
Okay.
And it was 2008. So we weren't sure about vocalists for a long time. In fact, we didn't know what we were going to do.
Yeah, fair enough.
So we were playing around with whether we wanted live drums, whether we wanted a bassist.
Yeah.
We did all that. So it started off with a little bit of electronics, no live drums, electronic drums, a bassist and a guitarist, and then we realised that sounded terrible, and we needed to at least number one get a vocalist, and that's 2009, because we didn't gig until
January 2010 was our first show.
Okay. And that to mess around, I don't consider the band was a band until we started gigging personally.
Fully formed.
Because there's this weird learning curve where you're at home just doing stuff.
I suppose even with that, I don't even think so today we're a 6-piece, and we've gone from a 4-piece to a 3-piece to a 4-piece to a 5-piece to a 3-piece, and kind of everything few and far in between.
Quite modular.
So I would probably say that actually I can't say the 6-piece you're here today because obviously we've very recently changed drummers, but I would probably say
still
when we became a 6-piece is the Seething Akira that you
2014
know today.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 2013, 2014 would be
when Stu joined. Our first drummer. That's when it really made a difference.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that's when we went from being an electronic act to being a band.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Casper's got a question.
Are you camping here this weekend?
Raise your voice a little bit.
Are you camping here this weekend?
So we're quite fortunate. I bought a transit van a couple of years ago that we've got a fixed bed in. So me, my lovely future wife, and my daughter are going to be staying in the van. And we're staying in
This
the
is
van
on record forever, you know.
It's fine, do it.
Wow.
It's all on the intention, so it's fine. It's no surprise. We've talked about this.
Keep that. Keep that.
So
I'd like to nick that off you at some
I'll
point.
repeat it just to back it. Me, the future wife, and my daughter are staying in the transit van.
It's had 2 sips of cider. Just.
I'm going to fight someone later. No, I'm not.
Okay.
So we're very fortunate that I've done my decades in a tent, and now I get to sleep in a double bed when I go home.
Yeah.
And it's like, so long story short, yes, this is my daughter's first proper festival.
Cool.
We've done day shots here and there, but this is we turned up yesterday. We're doing it all day today.
Cool.
We're staying here tonight. We're going home tomorrow. So this is our real festival.
Yeah.
And you're obviously bougie AF.
Same thing. I've got a motorhome as well, so we're parked next to each other today. Now after the show, we drink, we have fun, and we enjoy the whole festival thing. So yes,
And
we're both staying.
Boo and the rest of the band, they've turned up.
They're all going
today.
later. We don't do that. We hang. We hang.
Party animals.
We enjoy it. Yeah.
Fair enough. Have you been to Teddy Rocks before?
So again, very open, very honest. I've never been as a participant.
Yeah.
But we have played Teddy Rocks 4, maybe 5 times. I want to say 4.
I think 4. Yeah, I think it's 4.
I just know my memory's terrible.
Bless you.
We've been here a lot, but always been very fortunate to have the bands that get us the showers and do the backstage stuff. So, but even with that, like, I've got so much love for Tom.
Oh, it's been amazing, man.
I saw Tom this morning, and the first thing I said to him was like, absolute huge congratulations.
There is nothing like Teddy Rocks. Because everything else, like other festivals that we played, have been amazing, and we have like really good times. But with Teddy Rocks, honestly, it sounds cheesy, but it's true. With the cause, and with someone like Tom running it, it is actually personal, and there is something special about just being here. Like, and I love being here. I love being.
It's that investment of time and energy, and seeing it get better
100%.
as time goes on.
100%.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, Casper's got the last 2 questions, and we're going to wrap up.
Is there any questions you want to ask us before the last question?
Ooh, when did you get here?
We got here today at like 11:30. Our PR person was running a bit late, so we kind of found this area and made it our own.
Nice.
And our first chat was with Punk Rock Factory, so we were like thrown into a portal cabin to speak to them.
How was that? Was it good?
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they're really nice guys. I didn't realise they were from Wales. I thought they were from America.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they are Welsh.
I knew they were UK-ish.
Yeah, I thought they were.
They're quite linked to Benji from
They're headlining
Skid Row.
tonight.
So I have 2 questions for you.
Yeah.
First of all, how does it feel to have a solid hairline?
You've got to answer this. Tell me about your hairline. Is it good? Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying those solid?
Is that for both of us?
Yes.
But I mean, mate, that is
mine
solid.
needs cutting bad.
Yours is still good going.
So I've been away with business for work this week, and I haven't really had the time to take an hour out and go get my hair cut. So I look like a microphone currently.
Okay, so back to the
hopefully
question:
you
how does it feel to have a
won't
solid hairline?
singing into me? Feels alright.
Absolutely.
Your hair's a lot better than mine.
Your hair is insanely good. Yeah, it's cool.
It's alright. It's all about humility here.
I thought it for that for ages.
So, question number 2, and it is quite a big question. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to give it to you to both.
Yeah.
You get to pick a show, 3 bands.
Okay.
Alive or dead, doesn't matter.
Okay.
Who would play?
Who's your 3?
Yeah.
In what order and why?
Okay. Do you want to
So
go
who's
first?
opening? Who's main
You go
support?
first.
Who's headline?
So headline is In Me, because they're my favourite band ever.
Okay.
You're missing them. Oh no,
They're on in 20 minutes.
Okay, got it.
So we'll wrap this up, don't you worry about that. Opening, I would say, there used to be a band around called Preston Mecco, and they're incredible.
I love, and I'm not even kidding you,
Dude,
I love that band. I met
huge fans.
Yeah,
I met
they're great.
Luke at Bloodstock under obviously Unpeople, and I kind of fangirled him a bit, and I was a bit sorry.
Yeah.
But I love
know what you mean.
that band a bit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Main support, oh god. Your Demise.
Ooh. Which vocalist?
As long as they play Ignorance Never Dies in full, I genuinely don't care.
Fair. Okay.
Because I think that's their best album. I'd also like to see Motorhead again.
Motorhead were good live.
Yeah.
I watched them in Southampton.
Yeah.
So did I.
I saw them at Brixton Academy.
At the
I saw the Guild Halls.
Were you? No way. I was there. Didn't know that.
Who's your three? So who's
who's your three?
main support? Who's headline?
Favourites? Who's your favourites?
I really, really, really do like Nirvana, so they'll probably be on there.
My God.
You're in the right place.
My
here.
guy.
Let's go.
Absolutely incredible.
So would they headline?
Does that mean they'll do the
They'll be the
most?
last stop. Yeah, they'll play the
They'll get
biggest
the big
set.
set. They'll get
Yeah,
the,
they'll be like the top, yeah.
Yeah.
Second, this is really hard.
That's why I asked it. Welcome being interviewed.
You know the band Acid Bath?
Yes, I do.
I would love to see them live.
I didn't know who they were.
Acid Bath.
I didn't know who they were until
This
he
is
told
really
me.
good. What's number 3? Because this is an insanely good lineup.
Last, I don't. Gorillas, maybe?
Gorillas.
So I'll
That's
be
a great
honest,
shout.
Well, you have a future. That's
I was
incredible.
asked this question once, but I was asked 4 bands, and to be honest, there's been some bands that have come up. So I wanted Preston Miko to open.
Yep.
I wanted Bring the Horizon to do a kind of like old to new set.
I mean, no one asked you, but
I wanted Mac Miller to do main support, and
Okay.
I wanted Jimi Hendrix to headline.
I did think of Jimi Hendrix, but I wasn't sure where
Because
he would sit. Yeah.
Purely because it's that whole like, I adore Mac Miller.
Yeah.
I actually fell into the Mac Miller party very late, well after he passed. So
Yeah.
I always felt it was a great question. So when I get the opportunity to ask a question,
Yeah,
who you
fair enough.
after?
Awesome. Right, we've got one last question, which Casper's going to ask, and it's 1 million. Remember?
1 million, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
for £1 million, you get it right now, but for the rest of your life, every day until you die, you get a jump scare.
get what? Sorry.
A jump scare.
I'll take it.
Every day.
Absolutely, I'll take it. Because I feel like after a year, you get numb to it.
Although, when you get older, it might kill you.
Yeah, but I'll get $1 million, right?
No, but you like.
Is it, sorry, to repeat, is it $1 million a day?
No,
No,
1
it's
million
just a
Oh,
million.
just 1 million
Flat.
in general.
Yeah.
So you might at like 60, you might have a bad heart problem. You might just keel over at a jump scare.
Well, I haven't currently got a horrible drug problem, so that's good.
So I think
So at least I can invest the money.
I agree. I
Yeah.
would go with that, but I think it's closer than it sounds. I think like you might keel over. Like you might go like and fall over because you're proper old. That might happen.
Then, like, someone getting off a bus might do that to you.
Yes, but that doesn't make it any better.
No, it doesn't. But at least I got $1 million, right?
It doesn't. I'm not even going to do this with you. Like,
I think I know what you two are going to be talking about.
yeah,
for the
like
rest of the evening.
what, 2 scares is better than it's worse than 1, not better than 1.
But $1 million.
Anyway, why have you done this? Yeah,
Awesome.
cool.
There you go. Well, I really enjoyed your set, and it was really good to actually meet you and
Yeah.
actually experience it firsthand.
Thank you very much for having us.
I do think that the episode that we did was quite cool because it showed that, like, I wouldn't say that you're like a brand new band on the circuit, as we've just discussed, but it's cool to see bands that I sort of get on develop and evolve and sort of incrementally get more and more sort of success, and people seem to come here, check you out on Spotify, and the cycle keeps going, that, you know, it's getting more
I've
and
had
more.
this ethos for I think 1 million years. If you just exist long enough,
Yeah.
you will eventually get a nice crowd.
Yeah.
There are some bands that do blow up overnight.
Yeah.
And there are some bands that
Rare.
Yeah, it is rare.
It does happen. You're right.
But there are
my
bands
God.
that have to work for it, and even sometimes what's considered your overnight success.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of an
Biffy
off-kill
Clyro,
thing.
14 years before anyone knew about it.
Ed Sheeran was sleeping on sofas for 10 years before he got his first like headline show. I know it's a completely different genre of music, but it shows that you take someone that's of that nature and they consider themselves an overnight success from playing the A-Team. Didn't happen. 10 years of work into that.
A-Team?
That was his first proper single, and that's
Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah. Men like
no, I didn't mean like the A-Team
BA
just
and
come out of
like
nowhere. And it's
Hannibal.
like, we got them on record now, boys. But
Yeah.
like it, to me, that even your overnight success has probably done. Even so, for example, even if you've done 10 years and you finish that band, you start a new project, and that becomes your overnight success. You've still done the legwork.
Yeah.
There's a real big power in tenure.
Yeah.
If we died today as a band, if someone started something new, we've got the knowledge and the credentials to make. Do you know what I mean?
Pick
So
it
it's
up
like,
where you
yeah.
left
So
off.
I feel like it is.
Yeah.
It's, music is a 10-year game.
Yeah.
You've got to be in it for the long haul, and also you've got to love it.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing it for the money,
You're not
go
doing
work
it for
on
the
Wall
right
Street.
reasons.
Do you know what I mean? Like go do crypto or something. Like go work something else out.
That's why
because-
so many bands fold a year in, because they realise it ain't about that. Like, and you don't. Like, it just doesn't happen. You have to love it. It's just so true.
We've had this conversation many times. Usually, Bougie, we do this because we absolutely love it.
We adore
love
that.
seeing
What just
smiling
happened there?
faces.
Absolutely adore
And it
it.
could be 3 or 30,000 to us.
It doesn't matter.
It's seeing smiling faces, and it makes turning up worth every single second.
So show up, give energy, and appreciate the fruits.
Play every show like Wembley because you're not. And then I suppose here's another backhand thing. You're not owed anything.
No, I completely agree.
You're not owed a thing.
Yeah.
If someone turns up to your show and there's 6 people there, it's not the 6 people's fault.
Yeah.
Actually, if anything, be grateful.
Give
for
them the
6
show.
people.
Yeah.
Because they actually paid and turned up.
Yeah.
So play them the show, turn up, do your best, and then the 6 will turn to 12, and the 12 will turn to 18.
It's worked for us.
Absolutely.
To have that ethos has worked.
Yeah.
Appreciate who's in front of you always. Yeah.
Completely. Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Speak to you soon. Cheers,
Bye
guys.
bye.
Hello and welcome back to Sunday at Teddy Rocks. We have Mr. Luke from the band Royals.
Hello, how's it
who,
going?
Played Friday night.
Indeed,
Unfortunately, we missed your set, but how do you think it went overall now that you've had a bit of time to reflect?
Yeah, I thought it went really well. Given we were on, quite an early start to the festival. First day, we had a reasonably good turnout. A few fans, family and friends, and for me, most importantly, my son was there, so really, really, really special. So yeah, it went really, really well.
I think Teddy Rocks has got that going for it.
That's one of my favourite
quite
things
good,
about the
isn't it?
festival is just be able to bring your kids and stuff. It's a nice little treat.
Nice inclusive place to do your thing.
Yeah.
Right, Casper's got a couple of questions, nice icebreaker questions for you.
Okay.
What is your favourite fizzy drink?
Favourite fizzy drink? Well, that's actually a really good question because, I probably sound really silly, but as a singer, I don't really drink fizzy. I'm always on water because I'm always looking after my voice. However, I do love Dr. Pepper and Mountain Dew. They would be the 2 I would go to.
Yeah?
Yeah.
0 or normal?
0, yeah. 0.
I think they were doing some Mountain Dew at
That's why I
backstage.
said it, because it's not something I have often.
Yeah.
But behind the vocals on stage, they were just giving us stuff and they had Mountain Dew. So
I forgot it was in cans.
Yeah.
I'm used to seeing it in
Yeah.
bottles. So, yeah, there we go. Awesome. Right, one more question from you.
What's your top 3 favourite sweets or chocolate?
Sweet and chocolate. Oh, that's a good question as well. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I have a favourite. I do. If we go chocolate, I do love. Oh, you've stumped me there. I like white chocolate. I do like a white chocolate Kinder Bueno.
Yes.
That's up there. That's a good one for me.
Yes.
At the moment, I guess because we just had Easter, I had quite a lot of white chocolate cream eggs as well. They were up there, but they're not an all year round thing. As for sweets, I don't know. Maybe simple Haribo.
Okay. Star Mix. Tank Fast Sticks.
I like the fizzy stuff, but I also like the Jelly Babies and the Star Mix one, or the Super Mix one. They're the Jelly Babies.
Yeah. No,
They're good.
fair enough. Yeah. Nice mixed bag.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going to happen next? Right, we've got a bit of a loaded one for you. Favourite 2 songs currently for Royals to play live?
Okay, so we've just started playing a new track called Killer, which comes out on Friday. That's definitely up there for us because it's a breath of fresh air for us. We've not played any new music in almost 2 years, so that's up there. And I also really love playing Let Me Go because that's like our fan favourite song.
Yeah.
It gets the crowd nice and pumped up.
Yeah, no, fair enough. It's all good. Right, over to you.
Do you think we speak funny in Dorset?
Are you based in Portsmouth?
So I'm Southampton.
Okay.
So I'm. I don't think there's there's only an hour out. There's not a huge difference.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think it depends what part of Dorset you're from, right? How strong you get an accent.
So we asked that question to Punk Rock Factory because we were fully in the idea that they were from America and they're from Wales.
They're from Wales, yeah.
So they were like, "What do you think of our accent?"
Yeah.
So,
They're great guys, they are.
Yeah, they were really cool. Really good to speak to them. We were thrown straight into that as our first interview. So that was fun.
That's a nice one.
Have you got another? No, we got. How long has Royals existed as a band?
Oh yeah, so Royals started in 2019, and we sort of wrote our first EP and got going, and then we had the famous lockdown.
Yeah.
So for me, like, there was a bit of a kind of restart point, which would have been like the end of 2020, start of 2021, when we had a lineup change. We had Tom and Tom join us on drums and bass, and that to me was kind of the starting point. I know it's not officially, so you could say 2019 or you could say 2020.
Okay.
So we've been going, just over 5 years now.
Has there been a significant point in your career so far where you felt like the wheels have started to become a bit greased? I saw you at Takedown a couple of years ago.
Yeah. I think like there's a few like key moments that have happened. I think a few certain songs that have kind of helped elevate the band. So releasing Let Me Go In Home, which would have been 2022, I think. That was a nice elevation in terms of like building a bigger audience.
Yeah.
And we went on quite a few tours in 2023. We toured with a couple of American bands called the Dolly Rots and Don't Panic, who are actually currently on tour here again, and that was really good for us. And we did our first headline tour following that. So there were a couple of like sort of career-defining moments for us where we felt like we were picking up a bit of traction. And we did Takedown Festival. And then the last year we've just kind of been taking a bit of a break writing new music.
Yeah.
When
I was in a band, I always struggled with that mix of right, are we currently on tour? Are we playing every show physically possible? Or are we in writing mode? Because I found it really hard to separate the two.
It really is, and I think when you look at professional bands and they're doing it full time as their job, they kind of have that, okay, this is our job all the time, so they can kind of balance that a bit easier.
Focus all your attention on one thing.
And when you've got like 4 or 5 guys who are maybe working different day jobs. I'm very fortunate that I like work for myself. I do music production and stuff, so I'm kind of in the industry. But the others aren't, so it's trying to slot it around that. 2024 was very much a year of writing music, ready for this year. We're kind of gearing up to release that.
Fantastic, awesome. Right, over to you.
Are you camping this weekend?
I am, none of the rest of the band have. So we played on Friday and everybody stayed Friday night. We all camped together. But then they left me Saturday, so I'm camping.
So it's just you now?
Just me. Well, I'm with my family, with my wife and son. But it's nice camping. It's a change.
I can't put a tent up, so we've been driving here and back.
It took me like over an hour to get our tent up.
I know my limits. I need to confront that though, because I think at some point it's going to become a necessity rather than an option.
Yes.
Did you want to ask that one?
Is it your first year at Teddy Rocks?
Not for me, it's not. As for Royals, yes, our first time playing. I came here in 2017 and played with a previous band. Before the Vocal Zone stage was in a tent, it was just out in the open. The festival site was a lot different. It was a lot more kind of open, and there was just a couple of little stages dotted about. This year there's a lot more going on. So.
Is that when there was Griever?
Yes.
And there was like a flood?
There was some really bad rain.
The water was just going down the hill, wasn't it?
And there was a really bad, on the Vocal Zone stage, there was some really bad rain and it like blew a lot of the electrics. We played quite early on, so we didn't really get affected.
You got out of that.
But there was some bad equipment failure later on in the day.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's tricky. Like, it feels like Teddy Rocks has now got this farm. And this is like a static site that they can modularly improve as the years go on. But at one point they felt like a bit of a sort of roaming festival, and they were trying to find a decent sized land to run out of in the first place.
Home.
Yeah, completely. Any questions you want to ask us at all?
What's been your favourite band of the festival so far?
I'll let you go first.
Probably Nirvana.
Tribute one that was just played, right?
For me, it's either been Phil Campbell, which they did a Motorhead set.
Very good.
Trying to get Casper into Motorhead, and I seem to be doing quite well. I love In Me. One thing I will say about In Me is their set list seems to be quite static at the moment.
Okay.
And they are about to release a new album, Demons, later this year. So I think their set list will change based on that release.
Yeah.
But the last couple of times I've seen them, it's been quite sort of beat by beat. You know what's going to happen next. They're still fantastic, don't get me wrong. I love Dave. I've got his mobile number. I'm very lucky to be able to speak to him directly. But yeah, I think Phil Campbell, just in terms of loudness and energy, it's pretty unrivaled. It was really good seeing Seething Akira as well.
Yeah, they were good.
They put a lot of effort into what they
Very
do.
energetic show. They're from down our way. They're like Portsmouth. Well, at least as far as I'm aware, they're Portsmouth based.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I played some shows with them in the past.
Kit and Charlie, honestly, mate, trying to get them into this tent yesterday.
It was
everyone ADHD personified, mate. They were like, "Hello, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Get in!" Trying to herd sheep. But yeah, we love it, don't we? Right, last question, which is over to you.
Bit of an odd one.
Remember, it's
for
one.
For £1 million, you could get £1 million right now, but every day in your life you would get jump scared. Would you take that for £1 million?
Yeah, I'll take it. Because I can then provide something really good for the family, and I can build a big studio, which is kind of what my goal is, and I can help the band have more success because everything costs money nowadays.
Yeah.
And I'll take the hit. I'll take one for the team.
Yeah. Fair enough. Willing to embrace the anxiety of life.
Yes.
Once a day. Yeah, I think we all face that anyway.
Do you think you would just not be bothered by the jump scare?
I think after a while you would become acclimatized to it, right?
Yeah,
like surely,
yeah.
you know, unless it's like every day it's a different time, so you don't know when it's coming.
Yeah, it's
right?
random.
You're just waiting.
Someone, I forgot who it was, that said that, I'll just do it to myself. I was like, no, that's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, you can't run into your own traffic. You've got to be really surprised by it. But yeah, all good. Thank you for taking the time to speak to us, especially on a day that isn't press and playing and
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you, Luke. And cheers, guys.
See ya.
Okay, so it's just turned 4 p.m-ish at Teddy Rocks on a Sunday. We've got the very lovely Owen with us from the Teddy20 Foundation charity. And he's very kindly offered to spend 10 minutes with us. So Casper's going to kick everything off with potentially the most important question in human history.
What is your favourite fizzy drink?
My favourite fizzy drink?
It can be alcoholic if you want.
I suppose Diet Coke.
Good shout.
You've got to start with Diet Coke.
Yeah, work your way up.
Because as a kid, it was something you could drink.
Yeah.
But you could also add ice cream to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that is cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Nice. Over to you again.
Top 3 favourite sweets?
Top 3 favourite sweets.
Curly Whirly.
Or chocolate.
Curly Whirly's got to be. Chocolate eclairs. And I think I've got to say Marathon Bar.
Okay. So
chocolate and nuts.
What is the Marathon Bar nowadays to us people?
Snickers.
That's
Snickers.
it,
See, you're showing your age.
I couldn't remember if it was a Star Bar or if it was a Mars Bar.
No, they've all changed, haven't they?
Marathon, yeah. Love that. Okay. Right. So, what is Teddy20 to people that haven't been to Teddy Rocks before? What's it all about?
Okay. Well, Ted Newton, who was my son.
Yeah.
He had a very rare bone cancer called Ewing sarcoma.
Okay.
And when he was first diagnosed, we were a big cricketing family. Local cricket club. We decided to do a fundraiser, which was based on 2020 cricket.
Okay.
Also, the 20 is the date of his birth.
Okay.
And it used to be the number on the back of his shirt. So we were called the Teddy20 Legends.
Yeah.
And the idea was to raise money and hand it back to the people that helped us on his journey. Obviously, we lost Ted in 2010. We continued with playing cricket and raising money for various charities. And then we finally became a charity ourselves, which was 2014. From that, we basically support families and their children going through cancer financially and emotionally. When we say emotionally, presents, educational toys, that type of thing. presents, cuddly bears, but also respite holidays. So we have Ted Shack, where they can go down to Weymouth, stay in a 5-star luxury campsite and get away from hospital treatment. So it's grown from there. Teddy Rocks was part of Teddy20, but because of COVID and all the implications with COVID, we had to separate it. So Teddy20 has grown and got bigger. Teddy Rocks has helped that massively, and helped us finance a different new Ted Shack. And we've just grown and grown and grown, and we range from Cornwall right the way across to London, in a lot of places. So we've got kids all over the place going through treatment, and they're all part of the Teddy20 family.
So as Teddy Rocks has developed and sort of incrementally gained traction over time, it started in a pub, we're now in a massive farm arena.
Well, it all started in the pub. Basically I was climbing Kilimanjaro, and Tom said, he says, oh, we'll help you raise the money to climb. So he put a small gig in the middle of the pub. You couldn't swing a cat. But loads of people turned up and we raised £400. And that set Tom on his journey. From there, he moved into the centre of town, into a bigger area, which I don't think that the local market.
Town hall?
It was called the Corn Exchange. But then, after that, we went back to the Greyhound and we had an outside stage. And then from there, we went to the Meadows in Blandford, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. Teddy Rocks is Tom, who's my eldest son. It's his baby. So we work together as a family. My wife Kim, and obviously Phoebe, who's the next in line behind Tom, and then there was Ted. So it's a big family orientated sort of charity. So we interlink with each other all the time.
How do you find that sort of strengthens the family bonds? How do you find if this ever became like a point of stress where you're in charge of booking the bands, for example, and Phoebe's in charge of another part, and Tom's in charge of the marketing?
Well,
how do you deal with that?
I think we seem to sort of like, we take our responsibilities. My side is the charity side. I don't encroach on Tom's side. He's the expert with festivals, obviously being in bands, knowing what he's talking about, also being a fireman. So even though I'm part of Teddy Rocks and one of the directors, that's Tom's baby. And he obviously runs with it, and I'm always there in support. But then I run the charity with my wife, and obviously Phoebe mixes in between the two. So it's a good working relationship. We know our boundaries. We know where we were and where we want to go. And everything's about evolving. And it's made the family bond stronger. We are very, very close. And obviously we've now got with Phoebe, we've got Woody, who was born on my birthday. So we have that special bond. And then obviously Tom, he's had his son Elby, and that's just galvanised the family even more. And we just look, so whichever part of the family we will support. As you probably saw last night with Punk Rock Factory, and they had Tom and Phoebe on stage rapping off against each other. So little bit of sibling rivalry, which Phoebe won and Tom had to bow down. And it was superb. So that says everything about the Newtons, basically. And to be honest with you, Ted was exactly the same and being part of it. And him and Tom were very, very close together, and he idolised Tom. So we are close, very, very close.
So from where it's gone to where it is now, can you think of any glass ceiling anymore. Is there like an ultimate like Wembley Arena-esque dream where you've kind of like, because obviously you all work really hard, that's quite clear, but you know, May and April for you is Teddy Rock's time.
Yeah.
You all gather together like the Avengers and you make it happen.
Yeah.
But what's sort of next for Teddy Rocks? Where can this go from the current stage it is at now?
Well, the festival is always evolving.
Yeah.
Now with Tom and the team behind him, Matt Wilkie, for instance, and Ben Holden especially, AD. There's no real. The world's our oyster.
Yeah.
And I would always say, Tom, don't try and restrict yourself.
Yeah.
Don't live with regrets.
Be ambitious.
If you want to do it, let's do it.
At least.
And then we'll grow with it.
Yeah.
And I would always encourage Tom and Phoebe. You need to grow. You need to evolve.
Yeah.
And enjoy it. As soon as you stop enjoying it, then you have a problem.
Yeah.
And Tom has basically the Newton drive.
Yeah.
So I don't have any worries or concerns that Tom, after this festival this weekend, would go through the motions, listen and learn from it.
Yeah.
And the first thing he'll want to do is say, how can we make it better?
Yeah.
And it's going to go forward.
So we've got a suggestion. Obviously take it as you want.
Yeah.
We went to a Guitar Hero competition a couple of weeks ago in Weymouth at a place called Sticks and Bones, which is like a tabletop Dungeons and Dragons hub. And we would love to see a Guitar Hero thing here. We think that could be really fantastic for kids, for adults, for sweaty adults that, you know, played it when it came out in 2007. So that's just a suggestion. Obviously you've got access to big screens.
Yeah.
So,
but you could also link that up with the VIP bar area, because it also does karaoke. So people come here afterwards to downtime and relax. So that's a good shout. I think, that's great.
Next year?
That's good. Yeah.
Maybe.
Do,
Depends what you can fit in, what there is.
Yeah. We like to think of ourselves as good connectors. We're good at going to events and seeing potential to improve, but we're obviously super grateful to be here in the first place.
Yeah.
So we're just throwing stuff out there.
You got to
seeing what happens.
As I say, innovation is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, fantastic.
Good.
Right. So did you want to ask that one?
Yeah. Any questions you want to ask us before the last one?
Well, you said about like this Guitar Hero. If you look at the site as it is, what would you like to see around the site on top of what we've actually got?
Do you have an ice cream van?
Yeah, there is.
Yes, there is ice cream vans.
See?
So that's you,
it's
happy
not all gold. It's not
Hey?
all gold, but everything I say is just me thinking out loud. What could be better? Okay.
How about the land being flat?
The land being flat, getting out of it could be a bit rickety.
Yeah.
But I love the farm. I love the fact that you've got this as a sort of permanent static. Because at one point it felt like you were sort of roaming, nomadic, and you were kind of seeing who would put
That's
you
true.
on.
It's true. The mapping always changes, and I think this year, if you look at the layout, it's the best we've had. But there's always going to be tweaks and how we can make it better.
More water stations would be good. The big blue thing. What do you think? Because you've kind of been here a couple of times in various incarnations, haven't you? Can you think of anything? I think it's pretty slick.
Yeah.
The fact that Casper
How about a small stage, especially for Battle of the Bands, with people from outside of the festival that could become sort of quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then they have a small stage to play on to see and let the crowd
That's a good
vote
idea.
on them. Maybe, I don't know.
Because that's currently being hosted at the Bear Cave, isn't it, in Bournemouth? Which is, you know, Blandford to Bournemouth isn't like a million miles away, but it'd be good to have it all in one central location, definitely. I'm overall pretty ecstatic about everything. Like the fact that we've got AAA passes and we can kind of do whatever we want. We can watch bands by the side of the stage.
Well,
we're just super grateful to be here. So
as you've probably seen around the experience, we rely literally on a lot of volunteers.
Yeah, 100%.
And I call them my adopted family.
Yeah.
Fantastic army of volunteers.
Yeah.
And that's growing all the time.
Yeah.
And we rely on volunteers. So people coming in, want to be part of it, go to the website for Teddy Rocks, and if you want to volunteer, I'm sure there's something and a place for you.
Yeah, many hands make light work.
Obviously.
And it's not work if you enjoy it.
Exactly. We have fun. Yeah. We have fun. We make it fun. But probably the hardest part of it is when we pack down.
Yeah, fair enough.
And that's when we need extra pair of hands.
Yeah.
Because by the time we get to the end of Teddy Rocks, we're actually on our knees.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's when we need help.
Yeah, just
even down to children coming up, local scout groups and so on.
Yeah.
That can offer their help just litter picking.
Yeah, just because you leave the festival as a spectator, it doesn't mean that the festival suddenly doesn't exist.
It
needs to be scaffolded, and you've got like a really cool bit where the like ribbons and streamers go off at the main stage, and they all go into this tree, don't they?
Yeah. And that's where we have the cherry pickers this morning. You probably saw trying to get those streamers out of the tree. But that all depends on which way the wind's blowing at the time.
No, fair enough. It's quite a unique prop to have.
Oh, it is. It is. But then other organisations help with the clear up.
Yeah.
So, as again, becomes one big family, community based.
Takes a village. Did you want to ask the last question? For one? Okay. So last question.
£1 million right now, you get £1 million. Every day for the rest of your life, you get a jump scare. Would you take that?
So a jump scare is like a sudden every day for the rest of your life.
So like a scary movie.
But you get £1 million cash right now sent to your bank account as a result. Would you do it?
I like a challenge.
Yeah. You're already thinking about what you do with $1 million.
Yeah. What would I do with $1 million? It's trouble is I'm getting too old for a lot of things.
That's what loads of people say.
Would I be able to pass that on to Tom and Phoebe to take on for me?
Yeah.
But what a difference £1 million could do. Yeah.
So
but there is something, the thing is, out of all of us as a family, I'm the slightly crazy one that does stupid challenges.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'd spend quite a bit of money on sort of climbing mountains, cycling across Europe as I do, jumping out of aeroplanes, as long as the doctors allow me.
Yeah, I think you'll find it quite hard to get jump scared on a mountain. Unless someone comes along by helicopter.
Base jumping.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
But it's always good if you strap to someone, because then you've got no choice, you're just going to go, aren't you?
Yeah. Someone said they would do it, but then they'd lock themselves in like a white padded room. And I was like, well, that's not life. Like, that's hiding away from the world.
Live each day.
Yeah.
And you've got to have that little bit of excitement.
Yeah.
Live for today.
Yeah.
Do it.
Cool. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you, Owen. And this has been Ben and Casper from Absolute Bedlam Podcast. So, cheers.
Brilliant.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, and we're back. The last interview of the night. We have Stiff Bizkit. So, we know that you're really called Dan, not to burst the bubble of the...
No, it's all a lie. It's all an illusion. We're not really Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Fred Thirst over here.
Start with yourself, sir. What's your full name? Or
real name or
stage name? I've been coming
I've
been coming here since 2016, and this is my big break. Years of being undercover.
This is the big bus.
Just first name and what you do in the band.
I am DJ Lethal Bizzle, and I'm DJ Lethal in the band.
Okay, fair enough.
So I play the decks. Bit of scratching.
Yeah, filmed.
Fair enough. Yourself?
I'm Tom Cat. I'm slapping the bass. Slap on the bass.
Yep.
I'm Dan. I'm Fred Thirst.
Okay.
The vocalist.
Yeah.
Another Dan here, and emulating the wonderful Wes Borland.
Or Les Borland.
Les Borland.
More or less. More or less.
And I'm Colin. I am Con Otter.
Con Otter.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so first question, bit of an icebreaker. Favourite fizzy drink? It can be alcoholic as well if you want. Gin.
With sparkly water.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Is it bad if we swear?
No, it's fine.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, he's had worse.
Gin isn't fucking fizzy. You.
With sparkly water, it is fizzy.
Yeah, very refined.
Okay.
I'm just going to go for just a classic Coke Zero.
Coke
Put some
Zero?
spicy rum in there. Maybe a squeeze of lime if I'm feeling a little bit like I need some Vit C.
Alright. Yeah.
I like strong zero. I drive and drink Japanese. it's like so you know White Claw.
Yeah, seltzer.
It's a seltzer they've had for decades, but it's like it's called zero, but it's 10%, and all the mental businessmen drink it and pass out on the trains and get turned on it. It's amazing, and it's £2 a can.
What do you think of Rio?
Rio's my favourite soft fizzy drink.
Fruity. I like fruity as well. I'll go.
This isn't a paid
with some caffeine in there as well. I'll go for a Monster. One of those free ones of those, yeah.
Yeah, any particular one? Mango Loco?
That's pretty good. That Rio Punch one.
Yeah,
that's
on
top
brand.
tier. It's basically my drink. Yeah. How about yourself?
I've recently stopped drinking, so I've turned cool.
Yeah.
So Guinness 0% is the one. There's also a really nice lager called Bavaria. If you're looking to not drink, Bavaria is your one.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, we'll just do one of these. So, favourite sweet or chocolate?
Chicken.
Chicken and gin.
Dipped in chocolate. Thai sweet chili chicken.
You know what? If you go to a family party, they've got a chocolate fountain. Dip a little bit of chicken breast in that.
You've done that.
Top tip.
It's good sweet.
Like chicken fondue.
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay. What about yourself?
Oh, a Terry's chocolate orange. Well, I call it Tom's chocolate orange for obvious reasons.
It's yours.
Correct.
Very good.
I'm a fizzy cola bottle guy.
Oh my god. I'm in that Haribo bag, and it's not going to last very long. So
we've all been in a bag.
You look like a bag of Haribos right now.
Delicious.
Tang fast sticks.
And yourself?
Chewits do an extreme sour, and they're like these little pyramids. And I'm like a crackhead when it comes to. I just smash the bag in one.
Chew it head.
Chew it head. Yeah. Like,
You like to chew it.
I like to
chew it.
So, do the Bizkit are they still going? Basically?
Yeah, I saw them at the Over Arena in London.
Cool.
A few weeks ago.
They are smashing it more now than ever before.
They're in the studio. They're in the studio.
Yes.
They were in the studio yesterday, so they're writing new stuff.
It's done wonders for us.
They're touring with Metallica and Pantera now.
They've all
and a bunch
sobered
of
up, sorted their shit out. They've sorted all their feuds because obviously so many members left. Lethal got kicked out. You know, there's a drug problem, that kind of thing.
But they're back,
and they're in their 50s and better than they were 20 years ago.
Very
it's
good.
Insane.
That leads me into my next question, which is, as a tribute band, a band that's still going, your set list kind of changes and evolves as the band. Whereas if it was, Nirvana, they've got a set thing where they finished.
Yeah.
So how does your set list evolve with the band?
We follow what they do.
Yeah.
I pretty much create the set list.
Okay.
So I'm a club night DJ anyway.
Okay.
I'm a DJ.
DJ Claw. Following
I like to make all the interludes and structure how the set's going to go. And obviously we played Great Set twice tonight, which is what they're currently doing as well.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
We have our own little twist though, don't we? You put your own little drops and
Like the Queen thing.
Taylor Swift quotes and Charlie XCX and stuff.
Very good. How long have you guys been a functioning band?
15 or 16
We're still
years.
dysfunctional. It's been, no one's an OG. So the band was formed by my old work colleagues who used to work out. They were like formed it as a joke. The drummer left, so I was immediately like, "Yo, I need to do this." And then gradually, I replaced them with all my friends. Except Andy. Andy is my friend. But,
now he's his friend.
I didn't know Andy until
I came in late. I came in like 4 years ago.
He was the last edition, but definitely not just the ice issue.
Yeah.
More like 6 or 7 years now.
The COVID years don't count. They didn't exist.
Yeah, that's a limbo. Are you guys camping here at Teddy Rocks this weekend?
Unfortunately, not.
Sadly,
I need to get back to Briz. I'm in Bristol.
We're going to make it happen next year for sure.
A couple of guys near London. It just didn't work out that last time. Yeah, like because we're on the Sunday, we've missed the festival already. So.
Yeah. Today was awesome though, having a walk around. So we definitely want to camp next year. So.
We're gonna try and check out Hybrid Theory because they were the biggest band in Portugal. They sell out 20,000 cap arenas. It's
huge, man.
Mental.
Yeah, that is mental. Okay, fair enough. Last question for you. For £1 million cash in your bank account right now, would you be happy to be jump scared every single day for the rest of your life from now on?
I'll do it for free, mate.
It depends who's jump scaring.
Is it?
If it's Jimmy Savile, no.
What, a dead skeleton, not a live skeleton.
I saw you die.
What kind of jump scare? We need more info.
It would just be like, you know, when like they say you got the hiccups and people go,
but every single person?
every day.
Once a day.
I'd do
you
that.
can't do it yourself.
And you can't choose the
It has
time.
to be an organic note.
I think that'd be quite fun.
Random.
Yeah, I think that's not too bad for £1 million. I mean, some people would suck a fart out of John Prescott's ass for £1 million.
I'd lick around the holes of Camilla Parker Bowles.
I feel like if you're suddenly a millionaire though, your purpose in life has changed, and maybe for the worse.
But if
that's a whole new conversation.
Do we really need £1 million?
No, we don't.
Get on my knees.
Love your life as you are, man.
Exactly. Thank you.
There's
take some mushrooms.
What? Yes, the fruity kind. What Wes Borland just referenced there as well. There's a guy called Cunt and the Gang. So he's got. Have you heard of £1 million?
Yeah.
It's like the best song.
Funny guy.
Get on my knees and eat cock cheese.
You hit it or something?
And Sexy Kids.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Jimmy Savile doing.
None of this is going to be included in the video.
Oh God.
I went to see him in London. It was absolutely brilliant. I had like a bit
Okay, so just to end, right? You take the $1 million, you split it 5 ways.
we're still about shit about split.
Whoa.
What's the first thing you buy with 200k each?
Propanolol, because
probably
I'm
a
gonna be scared every
pacemaker to
warrant
the jump scares every fucking minute.
I'll buy Colin a ride cymbal.
Yeah! Oh, Jim,
yeah, we really need some new
You might need to see it. Still works. It's fucking clear. You might need to look at my writing. It's got a crack like about a foot long.
Yeah, we'll take a picture of it. Yeah, cool. All right, well, thank you so much for
That's the only crack.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks
so much,
dude. Thank you very much.
Enjoy the rest of your festival.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Thank you for
Don't forget the phone.
Yes, fantastic.
Got it.
Thank you. Yeah.